New Super Mario Bros. Wii, that's the topic of today's video, so let's talk about it. So New Super Mario Bros. Wii was the main 2D Mario game for, well, the Wii. It was released in 2009, and I mean, out of all the New Soup games, it is generally considered to be one of, if not the best New Soup game. It improved a decent bit on the original New Super Mario Bros. On the DS and added a few more features. Not many, but it did add some. The Wii was already doing pretty well by this point. It was selling good, and Nintendo decided, hey, what if we added a 2D Mario to this, like we've done for almost every single one of our platforms ever? And so they decided, let's do that. The previous two mainline Nintendo consoles, the GameCube and the Nintendo 64, didn't actually have a 2D Mario on them. The N64's main Mario game was, well, Super Mario 64, and the GameCube's was Sunshine, so they didn't actually have a 2D Mario. Now, the Wii by this point already had Mario Galaxy, I believe, so it already had its own 3D Mario. However, Nintendo wanted to expand upon, well, their profit margins there. And so Nintendo would release New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and yeah, it's pretty much like the previous game. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, its gameplay is as simple as can be. Its story is also as simple as can be, but god damn, I mean, whenever I return to this game, I can never return without a smile on my face. Still, the story of it is, well, you already know the story. Princess Peach has been captured by Bowser. He flies off to his random castle in some fiery hellscape, so I don't know why he always lives there, but he lives in some fiery hellscape, and he's escaped off to there with the princess, and you as Mario, Luigi, and now two random toads, for some reason, have to try and save the princess from Bowser's clutches. And to do that, you gotta go through all the levels, your worlds and stuff, and you collect your power-ups. The power-ups for the game, you've got your basic ones, you know, you got your mushrooms and your fire flowers, your stars and all, but there's also a couple new ones that were added in New Soup Wii. First of all, the propeller mushroom. This is quite possibly one of the most useful power-ups that has ever been added to a 2D Mario. I mean, in general, power-ups that allow you to have any sort of ability to fly or glide are quite useful in Mario games. The propeller suit is, well, it's no different to all those other flying ones. The propeller suit allows you to fly up like a helicopter into the sky and then glide for a little bit, or you can do a drill movement straight downwards and you can kill anything below you, including the friends you're playing with. Another power-up that was added was the penguin suit. It acts pretty much as the blue shell from the previous New Soup game on the DS, where you can go to one, like, Mario block high and you can slide under things and you can kill enemies with it, but it also has the ability to swim better underwater, which, you know, it's alright, it's pretty cool. You can also throw ice balls with it, like the other new power-up that was added, the Ice Flower. The Ice Flower is like a fire flower, but instead of throwing fireballs, you throw these little ice ball things, and when it hits an enemy, it freezes them into an ice cube, and you can throw them and kill them, basically like that. The Mini Mushroom sees its return from the previous New Soup game as well on the DS. The Mega Mushroom does not come back, but, you know, it's pretty much fine. And yeah, it's pretty much everything that's overly different in terms of power-ups about the game. So what about the levels? Well, New Soup Wii's levels, they're alright, you know, they're pretty good. Some of them make use of the motion controls on the Wii, where you can use the motion controls to control things like platforms when you're standing on them and all. You can also do a spin jump, which is also a new move that was added into this game. By shaking the Wii remote, you can do a spin, and if you're using a propeller mushroom, you use that to fly up into the air with it. New Soup Wii's controls are pretty much fine as well in terms of all its other ones. I mean, the D-pad lets you move, you press the 2 button to jump, you press the 1 button to run. It's simple, as simple as can be. However, the movement and the items aren't really the main focus of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The main focus of it was its multiplayer. New Super Mario Bros. Wii multiplayer was something that hadn't really been seen before. In terms of Mario games before, when it came to multiplayer, I mean, all you really had was taking turns. One person plays as Mario, and the second that he dies or he finishes a level, then Luigi gets his turn, and vice versa. It keeps going back and forth. And that worked, but you're never able to play the same level with two people on it at the same time. New Super Mario Bros. Wii kind of fixed that by allowing up to 4 people to play on the same level at the same time. Now, if you've ever played New Super Mario Bros. Wii with other people, you'll know that playing with another person is actually really fun. The gameplay is really good, you can get through levels actually quite quickly, it's really good. However, if you've played with a full squad of 4 people, you know how hellish that can be. I've played New Super Mario Bros. Wii with up to 4 people. Oh my god, it is hell. 2 people is fine because you can work together and communicate properly. 4 people never works out well. Yeah, I don't know if Nintendo fully thought about how people were going to play the game with multiple people before they actually released it. The multiplayer on New Super Wii, while fun, is incredibly chaotic. But honestly, I think that's really a good thing. It gives New Super Wii its own individual character with the fact that everyone remembers the game just for the fact that you would consistently throw off all of your friends off cliffs if you were playing with them. In terms of the physics, the running and jumping and all, it's alright, it's fine. The physics are a little bit floatier than I would personally like, but you know, it works alright. You jump, you run, it's all fine. You can gain momentum pretty well. And in terms of speedrunning the game, it can be somewhat enjoyable. Not as enjoyable as, in my opinion, a lot of the older Mario games, which I think have some of the better movement in terms of running just straight through a level. However, I think that New Super Wii, it's fine in general. Level design is pretty simple, you know, you go from one bit to the next bit to the next bit. The themes are more diverse than some other Mario games, you know, you've got your snow theme and your desert theme and your jungle theme. Okay, yeah, I know it's the same as every other Mario game, but you know, the themes are alright. In terms of the world map, it's actually pretty fun to move around, especially on worlds like World 6 where you're going up like a mountain, and World 5 where you're hopping across clouds. It can actually be pretty fun to unlock new parts of the worlds and run through them. Yeah, that's mostly it for the game. The game is relatively well liked. I mean, I personally like it. I think most people like New Super games, and New Super Wii itself, it's probably one of the better ones. There is one glaring issue with it though, which ended up coming to plague the rest of the New Super franchise forever, and it is the fact that New Super Mario Bros. Wii was pretty much almost identical to New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. There was almost no changes. The game on the Wii and the game on the DS were almost identical. The levels looked the same. The characters were almost identical. The gameplay was the same. The story was the same. Actually, the only difference in the story is that there were Koopalings and 2 Toads in Super Wii. So, yeah, no, they were actually just identical. Everything between the games was almost identical. Even the music was pretty much the same. So this began the well-known joke of every New Super game being literally identical and the same as the last one, which, yeah, it's pretty well founded. The New Super games in general, they are pretty similar, and New Super Wii didn't expand an awful lot upon DS, but I would personally say that in terms of New Super games, Wii is probably where the franchise peaked. DS started off strong. New Super Wii was where it peaked because you had the perfect multiplayer, you had everything going well with it, you know, the levels were pretty similar, but they were still different enough to pass. You had a bit more content in it, more power-ups, more stuff to do, and then ever since then it just went downhill. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So final verdict, New Super Wii, it's pretty good. I like it.